Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll stick around and see our homeschool journey. My name is Jamie and I'm a homeschool mama of 3 boys. They are age 8, 6, and 18 months. I am a former public school educator. I taught grades 2nd, 3rd, and kindergarten before I decided to stay home and teach my kiddos. In today's video, I'm going to share with you what we're going to be doing Monday, October the 12th through Friday, October the 16th for our school week. And I'm just going to kind of go through everything that I'm going to be using in my resources and what I'm planning on teaching that week. So to show you the video, I just took my pages out of my Happy Planner and it's labeled over here, and this week I am kind of busy. I have a science thing that we do, which is with a group of friends, which is Backyard Einsteins. I have a possible play date this day, and I have a play date this day, and then we have a virtual architect lecture that we're doing on Thursday. So I'm pretty much busy every day. The kids have something that they have to go to along with school. And the first thing I'm going to share with you though is our whole group reading and what I plan to do that. So for this year, for our whole group reading, I use Rooted in Reading, and I'll leave a link down below, and I do 2nd grade, and then I just adjust it for my 1st grader. And it comes completely with everything you need. That's one reason why I love it. And it has read aloud, which is how I like to teach, is through read alouds. And it has everything: reading, comprehension, vocab, and a grammar. And I've tied the grammar into my writing for the week. So that is the lesson plans that I use, and I'm just going to kind of break apart the things and tell you what I'm doing. So this is the book that I'll be reading to the boys, and we'll read this book on Monday. And Monday we are going to do my schema, and I already have my posters up for the week. So you won't see those, but the kids are going to do an activity with this, and each boy got to pick out a picture that they wanted to be. We will do all the before reading, and we'll begin the after reading, and we'll go through the vocab for the week. That goes with our story. And then since I already have it open, I am going to show you writing. This week for writing, we're focusing on verbs. So we're going to play a charades game. Here's the cards where we're going to play charades. And then when they're finished, they're going to pick 6 verbs and then draw a picture of what you would look like doing that verb. So that would be Mondays. And then on Tuesday with that same book, we are going to be doing a nonfiction possum passage. And what I do is my 2nd grader reads this to my 1st grader, and then he can answer the questions, and they love these videos. They do this little activity with the vocabulary words. This is going to be my other son's. And then they also are going to be doing a verb activity where they take a book that they're reading, so it'll be a leveled reader on their level, and they're going to write the verbs that they see in that book. And then we'll be talking about inferencing, and they'll have this little organizer foldable to put in their notebook for the week to talk about inferencing with our story. And then on Wednesday, flip these over so that I can put them in order. On Wednesday, we will continue with all of the questioning cards. We will reread the story, and a lot of times I'll do it as like a read aloud online. I'll see if I can find someone else reading it, or like a Tumble Books or something, so that way they don't have to listen to me reread it. And then they'll do an activity where they'll draw him, and then they will give like a little summary about the book. And then they'll also do a comprehension check, which is like a little 5-question quiz about the book. And that day we also have this, and last week we did adjectives. So we'll describe Wilford, and we'll put posties on here for this activity. It's kind of review for adjectives, it's a review on character, and it's making connections with the book. In grammar or writing that day, we will do a sort that says verbs or not verbs, and they'll take these cards and they will decide if these cards are verbs or not verbs. And then on Thursday, we move on to a nonfiction, and they provide the nonfiction text for you. I forgot to print it out to show you, but it is a nonfiction little booklet on Mem Fox, who's the author. I'll read that book to them, and then they will do activities with it. They also have a video that they recommend from YouTube about Mem Fox, and then we'll do this little activity for her, and we also have a graphic an anchor chart for her as well that we will fill out. The kids really like these big anchor charts. So we'll do the anchor chart, the video, I'll read the book to them, we'll do this little activity, and then in their vocab they will continue with matching up the words. And then for verbs they will continue. I made this little, it came with this game and it told you to put in words, so I wrote in words, I cut it out, I laminated it, and I made it like a little game, and they will play this game with each other as a verb review, and I'll sit there and watch them play the game. And then on Friday what we will be doing is they each decided to pick a grandparent that they wanted to talk about. Kind of go with their book there. So one of them wanted to talk about grandma, one of them wanted to talk about grandpa, and they'll fill out a little thing about something that they admire about their grandparents or enjoy about their grandparent. They will do a vocabulary quiz for the vocabulary words that we practiced all week. That day my second grader won't read a book to me like a leveled reader. Instead, he will do a leveled passage that talks about grandparents. And then they'll each do this little verb activity where they have to circle the verbs in the sentence. And I'll read these verbs to my first grader. My second grader reads the sentences by himself. And that is everything that we do for whole group reading, and that is our whole group writing, is the verbs. What I'll do now is I will go ahead and show you what we do for their individual subjects, and then I'll show you our loop subjects. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with my first grader individual, and what I'll start with him is Hisphonics. So this is Hisphonics for the week. On Monday he will help me decode these words, and on Tuesday we'll use either these little cards, or I actually like to use magnets, and he will create these words. When I say them, he'll have to actually create the word. And we'll practice his sight words as well this week. And the sight words are important because they are in the book. He'll read this as a fluency practice. And we will do our decodable book, Sam and the Sap. We did start this S sound last week, so these activities he did last week. So we're just going to continue this every day, a little phonics. It's just a little phonics to help. He does do Headsprout on the computer, which is also phonics, and it's a really cool thing that goes with Raz Kids Plus. We love it. So he does his Headsprout, and you can see it says H, that's for Headsprout, and it has his lesson. So I don't have to put that in. And then the next thing I'm going to show you is his spelling. Now, I have page numbers here, but he really likes doing these activities, and last week he did like 5 pages every day. So I have him doing 2 pages a day. This, oftentimes he does way more than this, and what I do is then I'll just adjust it for the next week, and I'll just start him at whatever page. So it says end on 65. He might end way farther than that, and that's okay. But it's practicing the short I, the short O, short O, short U. I think that's where I stopped him. Nope. And then the short U sound. Like I said, he likes these pages a lot. He might do more than that, and that's okay if he does. That's just where I have him working on. For his writing, he's working on writing a sentence with what he sees. So it tells him, like, think of something he saw, write a sentence about it, and then it says something yesterday. It has like a little prompt, write a sentence about it. So that would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. He does a page a day. And then Friday. And then in his math, he does Zern, which is teaching him. And right now we are doing adding and subtracting numbers. And we're almost finished with this lessons. So for Zern this week, he'll start with lesson 31. He'll do lesson 32, which is when you do an adding and subtracting like a fact family. Wednesday, he'll do lesson 33. He'll do lesson 34 Thursday, and there's no 35. It's a review lesson. If he has the skill, I will not make him do 35. If he doesn't, then he just does things with me. There's not an actual physical worksheet for that. It's just him working with me. So it depends. So far, he hasn't really needed those reviews because he has gotten this like that. It's really simple for him. He does really well in math. So we'll see. I have him down for 36 on Friday, but again, if we need to do that review lesson 35 with me, then he'll do that, and then this will start on Monday. It really depends where he's at. And that is all of his subjects by himself. Now what I'll do is other than his Headsprout, which is a totally computer thing, and he does read a leveled reader with me, and then a lot of times he does like to do the leveled readers that are on the Headsprout, and I let him do those as well. So now what I'll do is I'll show you my oldest, my second graders, by himself activities. Okay, so, oops, his notebook is upside down. He likes to keep all of his in a big binder, which is totally okay with me. I forgot they do calendar in the morning with me, but I'm not going to show that. It's the same if you see my morning meeting video. So for his spelling, he does one set of words every week. So his set this week is the short E sound, and he'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday he does the short E spelling test. And then for his writing, he does Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday he'll take the post test on that, and it's about teaching like how to write a story and put things in order. And then in his math, he will do A+ math on Monday. And then I did a trial for that, and I want to do a YouTube video review on that. They gave it to me free for so long and wanted me to do a review on it. And what I found is, I'll tell you just really quick, with my first grader, I had to sit there and he struggled with it. It was really too hard for him. But my second grader really enjoyed it. So my second grader will do that on Monday, but then my time is up. They did send me something and I have to read the email and figure it out where I might can continue it if I will do some reviews and stuff with them on it. So I'm going to figure that out, but he really enjoys it. So I have it down for Monday. And then Tuesday I have him down doing his Zern, because that was my original plan before that company contacted me. Again, that was A+ math, and it is for Homeschool. I will leave a link down below for that. But this is Tuesday, he'll do lesson 3, and he is learning about tens and ones and hundreds. Lesson 4 on Wednesday, lesson 5 on Thursday, lesson 6 on Friday. And that is mainly his activities. Minus he does Headsprout as well, but his Headsprout is like reading comprehension. It really is past the phonics. So he does lesson 78, 79, 80, 81, and 82. And he also has a Raz Kids where he does leveled readers, and he does read chapter book readers to me for the week as well. And I just let him pick, or whatever chapter book he's reading at the moment. He started Nate the Great today, so he's probably going to want to read that to me every day this week. But again, it's totally up to him, both of them, what they want to read to me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you our loop schedule and kind of go over it. For my loop, on Monday we don't do loop because we're actually going to go make a natural water filter, and we're supposed to go to a park for that. It is raining here and storming really bad, and it has been for like 2 or 3 days, so we may not do this. They haven't contacted yet to say that they're going to cancel. So if this gets canceled, then I'll just start with science, and I'll just move all these up. This totally depends. I'm not sure yet what's going to happen there, but it's going to be really cool to make this natural water filter. So then on Tuesday, what we're doing is we're doing science, and we're going to do a support system. So I do use the Sassafras Science, which I have done a video on. And we are going to read chapter 3, which is blocks and bones. And here we'll read the first portion of chapter 3, and I read this to my kids, and while I read it to them, they do color sheets that go along with it in their notebook. And then we'll also do this page, and then we'll fill out the bone section. They'll also and this, I'm doing this twice this week, so I'm just going to show it all to you at once. We're doing this on Monday and Friday. So then they will also do, they'll put in their vocab for the week. And then we are going to also do the encyclopedia, which I did not pull out. And then I have 2 activities this week. The support system activity, which is where we are taking marshmallows and toothpicks, and we're going to try to make like a vertebrae or like a skeleton support system. And then also we're going to do rubber bones on Friday. I'm going to take some chicken bones and put them in vinegar in a plastic bag, and we're going to see how they'll become very rubbery and flexible, and we're going to talk about calcium and what bones need to stay healthy. So those are some of our activities for this week for science. I'm going to skip geography because I left it over there for a minute. Spanish I didn't bring over here either, so I'll go get that in just a minute. In history this week, I've been working through this book doing ancient Egypt. We're going to do this little inside the tomb activity. And there's your little pieces for it. Then we're going to move to the new section, which is going to be architecture. I'm going to read this to the boys, and I will print it out. And then they're going to make this little pyramid power little flip book. And that's probably all we'll have time for. If we have time for more, we will start the Great Pyramid at Giza activity. But that really depends if we have time. In art, we're going to do Van Gogh, and we're studying the sunflower painting. So we're studying his painting right here. And I'm probably going to get the kids to try to actually paint this. And then I also, so it says lesson 6. So I just pull open my book, which I also have done a video on this book. We'll do the flashcards. We'll study the sunflower. And we'll discuss it with these questions. And like I said, I do like to have the kids actually practice some of his paintings. And then I'll be right back to show you some of the other ones. So the next thing I'm going to show you is we're still studying Bach. And this week what we are going to do is we're going to play music bingo. And I have my music bingo cards right here. So we're going to listen to one of his songs and then, or compositions I should say. And we'll play music bingo. The boys will also do his little piece here and his puzzle. We'll cut this out and let him do his puzzle. And they'll cut out his piece and glue it into their little notebooks that they have for him. And that's all I have for him this week. And then in Spanish, they're doing page 20 and 21. Oh, I said 20 and 21. They're doing 19 and 20. So here they're doing numbers 0 through 20. And we've been practicing numbers for a while now. We were just doing 0 to 10. Now we're moving up to 0 and 20. And then they'll do it here. Show your numbers there. And then if they feel like it, or if we have time, because I normally just set a timer for so many minutes, we'll practice this page as well with our numbers. And I also pull YouTube in for that, for songs and things to do numbers. Okay, science, music, nature, okay. And then geography. So I'll show you geography next. So for geography, we use this curriculum, which I do have a video on. And we're studying Connecticut. And some of the things we're going to do is we're going to keep reading in our If You Lived in Colonial Times book. We are making a praying mantis foldable because that is their state insect. We're learning about George W. Bush because the president, he lived there. We are making a postcard, so we're going to use this book as an example of a postcard from Connecticut, and then they're going to create their own, which came in the thing. They have like a whole student workbook. They also will do pages in here. We'll read about Connecticut and our state atlas. These pages. And this week for dinner, one day this week, we're making actually Connecticut clam chowder to eat along with it. And that's pretty much what I do. It does have some famous landmarks, so I will pull these up on the computer, which is the old State House. The Hartford Convention was held there, and the start of the Amstead trial was there, and I might go over those with the boys. It just depends. I like to go over the historical figures with them. We'll do our animal cards, which I already have over there where they belong. We'll go over the animals, which we learned about last week, which was the state fish and the state bird and the state insect. So we'll just continue up with our Connecticut lessons. And now what I'll show you is our nature studies. So what I have us doing is I have us reading, we're going on a leaf hunt, and then we're going to actually go on a nature walk, and we're going to collect leaves, and then we're going to categorize the leaves and talk about leaves and which plants they came off of. Then I'm going to read this book to them, I Am a Leaf, and this is just a fun little book that I'm going to read to them about leaves. And then we're going to read Leaf Man, and the boys are actually going to create a leaf man from the leaves that they find on our nature walk. And that's what we're doing this week for nature. And that is all we're doing this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Like the video and subscribe to my channel to see more homeschool videos. Thank you so much for watching.